Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss one of the very important concepts of physics, that is projectile motion. So please watch the video till the end. We are going to discuss the path of the projectile, which is parabolic, the time of flight of a projectile motion, range of a projectile motion, as well as height of a projectile motion. Okay. So first, before starting, you should know what do you mean by projectile. Okay, if you throw any particle with some initial velocity, okay, and if it moves under the influence of gravity only, okay, so here we are throwing a particle, take a stone and throw like this, so it will cover this path, is not, it will move like this. Okay, such path is called as projectile path. Okay, and what is a projectile motion, okay, which is under the influence of gravity, and it is in two dimension only. It means it is covering horizontal distance, okay, as well as vertical distance. Two types of distance it is covering. So here you can see, let's start. OX is the horizontal, okay, and OY is the this x-axis, and OY is the y-axis. Yes or no? O is the point of projection. Okay, u is the initial velocity. The particle is thrown with the velocity u. U is the initial velocity of the projectile. Okay, theta is the angle of projection. It is projected at an angle theta. Okay, OB is the horizontal range. This distance you can see, O to B. This distance is what? OB, which is horizontal range R. Okay, AC is the maximum height. See, this distance AC is what? Maximum height which the projectile reaches. Okay, this is AC, this is C, and this is A. This is represented as height. Okay, and what is T? T is the total time taken by the projectile in the path of OAB. The time taken by the particle, okay, to reach here O to B. What is to the path OAB? That is called as time of flight. Okay, time of flight. Okay, here we will take some assumption while doing this concepts. Okay, no air resistance. We will neglect the air resistance when the particle is moving under gravity. Okay, in two dimensions. So air resistance we will neglect it. Okay, effect due to the curvature of the earth we are not considering. Effect due to the rotation of the earth also we are not considering. And acceleration due to gravity, g remains constant throughout the motion. Yes or no? Now, next concept. Okay, we are going to prove okay, the path is parabolic. Okay, so try to understand whenever a particle is projected with velocity u, okay, at an angle theta, use the velocity. So u can be resolved into two parts. One is a ux, that is a vertical horizontal component of velocity, that is equal to u cos theta. Yes or no? We have done till resolution of vector. And another is what? A uy, that is what? A u sin theta. This is nothing but a vertical component of velocity. Ux uy is a vertical component, and ux is the horizontal component of velocity. Okay, see, as we are not considering any force against the horizontal direction, so ux going to be constant throughout the motion, whereas uy will change. Why? Because uy is the vertical component of velocity, and when a particle is moving, so acceleration due to gravity is acting on the body downward. Yes or no? So that's why uy will change, means vertical component of velocity will change, whereas ux is going to be constant. Okay, now these things you should remember, okay, throughout the derivation. Now see, we'll consider, let's take the particle is at some point. Okay, let's take the particle is at some point P having coordinate x comma y. It means along the x direction it has covered how much x distance, and along the y axis it has covered y distance. Yes or no? So you have to apply the three equations of motion. What are the three equations of motion? Generally, we know that v is equal to what? U plus at. This is the first equation. Second equation is what? Ut. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, and v square is equal to u square plus 2as. As here, this is the three equations of motion in one dimension. As here particle is moving in the two dimension along the x direction also and y direction also, so we have to apply the equations of motion separately along the x axis and y axis. So let's take along the x axis. Okay, so vx that is the final component of velocity along the x direction, that is equal to ux plus acceleration along x direction into time t. Do you agree with me? Okay. One more thing, as a ux is going to be constant, yes or no? As we have assumed, so acceleration due to gravity, acceleration along the x-axis is going to be 0 because there is no change in velocity along the x-axis. So what is the acceleration? It is considered to be 0. So substitute here, Vx is equal to ux is nothing but u cos theta plus ax is nothing but 0 into t. So what we got, Vx is nothing but u cos theta. Yes or no? Correct or not? Okay. Similarly, okay, if you apply second equation, we can write s along the x-axis is equal to ux into t plus half of ax into t square. Okay, so they have taken the acceleration along x direction. What is ax? Acceleration along x direction. Ux, velocity along x direction. Sx, that is a displacement along x direction. That you should understand. Similarly, if you apply along the y-axis, vy is equal to what? Uy plus a y into t. Yes or no? Similarly, if you apply second equation, sy is equal to uyt plus half ay t square. Yes or no? Now, third equation, final velocity along the y direction, that is vy square is equal to uy square plus 2ay into sy. So, these you have to understand first. If you understand, the half of the problem will be solved easily. Okay. So, here as a okay, next. Let's talk about the, okay, we have applied the projectile, okay, equations, second equation especially along the x-axis and y-axis. So once you apply along the x-axis, let's take the particle is at point P, which is x comma y. It means it is x distance, and here this is y, so this is y distance. So you apply the second equation. What is second equation? S is equal to ut plus half at square. Means displacement along x direction is equal to ux t plus half of x t square. Yes or no? Okay. What is the displacement? S x is equal to x, that is equal to ux is nothing but u cos theta. Okay. Time taken, let's say, is t plus acceleration along x direction is 0. So this will become 0. Yes or no? So what we got, x is equal to u cos theta into t. Yes or no? So from here t we can write what? Okay, t we can write x upon u cos theta. What we can write x upon u cos theta. Let's take equation 1. Okay, so t is equal to x by u cos theta. Now when you apply along the y direction, let's take y direction. Okay, so this is a which equation we can apply? Same equation, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, so displacement along y direction is equal to initial velocity along y direction, okay, into t plus half of acceleration along y direction into t square. Now what is the acceleration along y direction? As the particle is moving against the gravity, so acceleration along y direction is what? Minus g. Yes or no? Substitute the value, uy is nothing but u sin theta into time taken is t plus half of ay is nothing but minus g into t square. Okay, so we can write y is equal to u sin theta. Okay, substitute the value of t from equation 1. What is t? X by u cos theta. Yes or no? You can see here t is equal to x upon u cos theta plus into minus half of g. T again you substitute x by u cos theta, so square is there, so we can write x square by u square cos square theta. You agree with me? Now you get cancelled. Sin theta by cos theta is what? Tan theta. So we can write y is equal to what? X tan theta minus half gx square upon u square cos square theta. Okay, so you can see this side degree is 1, this side degree is 2. So here we can prove that the path of projectile is parabolic. Okay, this derivation they will ask for 3 marks. Please note it down, practice once. Just here, what we did, we have applied the two equations of motion along x-axis and y-axis. Okay, now Yes or no? Second equation especially, and we got the value of t from the first equation. Okay, now substitute the value of t in the along the y direction. We'll get the y is equal to x tan theta minus half g x square upon u square cos square theta. Okay, shall we move? Please note it down. Next, coming to the time of flight. Time of flight. So what do you mean by time of flight? The time, total time taken by the projectile to go up and come down. Okay, here try to understand this time. So O A B. Okay, here you should understand that the time taken by the projectile from O to A. This is called as time of ascent. Okay, TA. This is called as time of ascent. And from A to B, it is called as time of descent. Time of descent. Okay, as the path is symmetrical, so what happens? Time of ascent and time of descent, both time are same, that is equal to t. Let's take this is small t. Yes or no? Now, what, can we write the total time of flight is equal to what? Time of ascent plus time of descent, yes or no? Or what we can write 2 times of t. Correct or not? Now let's take at this point, at the maximum point, let's the particle x comma y is the coordinate. See, the particle whenever it is moving at maximum point, the vertical component of velocity is 0. That's why the particle is not rising of this level. Yes or no? When it is started to move. Okay. So at this point, the vertical component of velocity, okay, is 0. That's why the particle is not rising. So can we apply the equations of motion here? Final velocity along the y direction is equal to what? The initial velocity along y direction plus acceleration along y direction into time taken. Let's say time taken is t. Okay, time of ascent, time of descent, that's the same, that is equal to t. So apply here. What is the vy? We can write vy is equal to uy is nothing but okay. Try to understand what I told you. Vertical component of velocity at this point is what? 0. Where? At a maximum height. At a maximum height. Maximum height. Okay, so Vy is 0. What is Uy? Initial component of velocity is what? U sin theta. Yes or no? Plus Ay is nothing but acceleration is nothing but minus z. Minus z into t. Can we write or not? Okay, or we can write plus into minus. We can write once again U sin theta minus gt minus gt plus into minus minus. Now what we can do? Gt you bring left hand side, so gt is equal to what? U sin theta. Okay, what is the t actually? T is equal to U sin theta upon g. So now this is the time of ascent or time of descent. So can we write the time of flight is equal to 2 times of t, that is U sin theta by g. 2 times of, okay, using equation 1, let's say equation 1. Using equation 1. Equation 1. What we can write? T is nothing but U sin theta by g. U sin theta upon g. U sin theta by g. This is the expression of time of flight. This derivation also they may ask for 2 to 3 marks. Okay, now or what we can write as U sin theta is nothing but vertical component of velocity. So can we write 2 times of Uy by z? Yes or no? So this also we can write time of flight. I hope you understood. Okay, these are concepts of time of flight. Please make a note of this. Okay. Next, coming to the next concept, that is the maximum height. Okay, maximum height h. Okay, so try to understand how do we get the maximum height. Try to this the maximum height from the point of projection. A projectile can reach, that is called as represented as h, maximum height. As I told you, Vy will decrease from 0 to, okay, whenever it is moving from O to A, the velocity along the y direction will decrease, and here only you can see at maximum height. Maximum height, what I told you that vertical component of velocity Vy is equal to what? 0. Final velocity is what? 0. Yes or no? And whenever it is moving from O to A, so what is acceleration along y direction? That is equal to minus z. Yes or no? Now apply here third equation. from third equation of motion. What is third equation? Okay, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay, so here how we are applying along the y direction at maximum point, final velocity along the y direction is equal to initial velocity along y direction plus 2 times of acceleration along y direction into s. S is nothing but h. This distance covered is what? H. Can we write or not? Now as vy is nothing but 0. Okay, at this point final velocity is what? 0. Uy is nothing but u sin theta. Yes or no? U sin theta square. Okay, plus 2 times of ay is nothing but minus g into h. Can we write or not? Correct or not? Okay. So from here, okay, plus into minus become what? Minus. So we can write 0 is equal to u square sin square theta. Okay, minus 2 times of g into h. Okay, minus gh comes here this side, minus 2gh become plus 2gh is equal to u square sin square theta. And from here what we can write h? H is nothing but u square, okay, sin square theta upon 2g. This is the expression of horizontal range. Horizontal range. Okay, now, or you can simplify as we got h is equal to what? U square sin square theta by 2g. Okay, so u sin theta is nothing but vertical component of velocity. So can we write this is nothing but uy square by 2g. Yes or no? This is what? Uy square by 2g. So that also we can write. Yes or no? Is it clear? There is a relationship. The height is equal to g times of t1 t2 by g also we can write. Okay. Now let's talk about the horizontal range of the projectile. Try to understand horizontal range. The horizontal distance covered by the body during the time of flight is called as what? Horizontal range. This distance you can see. Okay, this is a horizontal range. Okay, try to understand this horizontal range. Okay, r is achieved due to the which component of velocity? Due to the horizontal component of velocity. So can we write r is equal to what? Velocity. Okay, as you know that distance is equal to what? Velocity into time. Velocity into time. Simple definition. Okay. So range is the distance. Velocity is what? Ux, which is going to be constant, and time taken from here to here is what? Time of flight. Do you agree with me? So can we write r is equal to ux is nothing but u cos theta into what is the time of flight? 2 u sin theta by g. Yes or no? Because to reach from here to here, OAB, okay, OB distance, to cover OB distance, the time taken is what? Time of flight only. Just now we discussed. And time of flight is what? 2u sin theta by g. So can we write r is equal to u into u square. Okay, 2 times of sin theta into cos theta upon g. And we know in trigonometry that 2 times of sin theta into cos theta is what? Sin 2 theta. Yes or no? So r is equal to what? U square sin 2 theta upon g. This is the derivation for range of the projectile motion. Is it clear? So what we got to know? R is equal to what? U square sin 2 theta by g. Okay. Or here only if you see, okay, u cos theta and u sin theta is there. Yes or no? Here if you see, u cos theta is nothing but vertical component of velocity, and u sin theta is nothing but u cos theta is what? Horizontal component of velocity, and u sin theta is nothing but vertical component of velocity. So another we can write a relation. Okay, 2 times of here u cos theta, that is ux, and u sin theta, that is uy upon what? G. So that's why here another relation is written, 2 times of ux into uy by g. Okay, you should remember the range is a maximum at a whenever a particle is projected at a 45 degree. Why? Because sin 2 theta, what is the maximum value of sin 2 theta? Sin 2 theta maximum value is what? 1. Okay, so for what value of sin it is 1, that is the sin 90 degree, yes or no? Okay, and so here 2 theta is what? 90 degree. So from here theta is equal to how much? 45 degree. So if a particle is projected at 45 degree, okay, so the range is maximum. Range is maximum. Is it clear? One more concept you should remember, whenever particle is projected at theta or 90 minus theta, the range is same. The range is same. Yes or no? So we have to practice this derivation, which is will be very helpful for your exam. Yes or no? I hope you understood these concepts of projectile motion. Okay, you have any doubts, you can comment. Okay, so here the last we can write all the summaries. Okay, what we learnt? What is time of flight? 2u sin theta by g. Yes or no? What is the range? Range is nothing but u square sin 2 theta by g. Okay, na height is nothing but u square sin square theta by 2g. And what is the path of projectile? Y is equal to x tan theta minus gx square by 2 u square cos square theta. Yes or no? So these are very important. I hope you understood all these concepts. Please share with your friends and subscribe the channel. Thank you.